moved to the city in 1949. I was a farm boy. And so if we had never moved to the city, I would probably never had a chance to play basketball. So we moved over and I went to co-op school, and then because I was tall, coach, and I was the tallest guy around, coach started to work with me. And I was really so clumsy at first until I would fall over the stripes on the court. But he kept working with me and kept working with me. I remember once my mother called him and said, "Coach, you're just working him too hard." He told her, "You want to be a good basketball player, don't you?" So through hard work, I learned that you could do more than what would normally be for you. So I moved from co-op school over to Burt High School. But high school was great. I just continued to understand you could do more if you worked harder, and the things that were kind of impossible before became possible, starting to become possible. You know, with basketball, you work hard, and between my partner and myself, we had 36 scholarship offers around the country. Most of them were outside of the southern area, from Texas all the way around to West Virginia. There were no black scholarship athletes. And when Austin Peay offered me the scholarship, that was the first, I think, of any black, signing a grant in aid. And I was very happy for that. And so that's kind of how that went. My coach was very instrumental in assisting us. He had sent off letters to different schools. And so I just didn't know the many schools all across the country. But in the South here, from Texas all the way around, we were kind of eliminated. We didn't get recruited by even Tennessee State or Jackson State or any of the traditionally black schools, nor Vanderbilt, nor Middle Tennessee or any. Even though we were picked on the all-tournament team as a winner of the tournament in 1961. But it was something new for us that we would have the opportunity to go to college. I was the first one in my family to be able to go to college, and then to graduate. It was just tremendous. It was a good transition year. Because I had the support of Coach Fisher, now Dr. Fisher. We have to call him Dr. Fisher now, okay. And my captain, who was also my roommate on the road, Steve Miller, Selden Sled, who's an FBI agent for Uncle Sam, Hound Dog Keller, all these guys. Had it not been for them, and whether they liked having me here or not, they made me welcome, and they made me feel comfortable. Dr. Bibb, professor here, instrumental in helping the school decide to take this step, showed a lot of courage in getting me back to here. At some point, when you're younger, you want to take all the credit on your shoulders, like it was me that did it, all that. But had it not been for those people and some of the other people in Clarksville that assisted me, and it's just like the display down at the museum right now. At this point, what they've done is they've said, "L.M., we support you." And so had it not been for those kinds of things back in the day, it would have been much more difficult for me to have any success at all. And so I ended up with a college degree, and I went on to do other things. Soon after, I was signed. Other schools immediately signed black athletes. And a little bit of it came from the venue in Nashville at Tennessee State, where the Black High School Championships were being held. That was a 4,000 seat venue, and all the coaches and athletic directors from the north would come down, and they would pick these premier athletes, and they would take them back to the north. Well, the South finally got tired of, you're just, robbing us of all our athletes. We can't let this continue. So it just opened up for everyone to have an opportunity. It's interesting how that helped race relations. I think athletics has just done tremendous. When you go out and you play your very best and you're working as hard with your teammate, it's hard for him to refuse to take you to McDonald's and sit down with you and have a Coke. Don't ever give up. Keep working. Right around the corner, even when there's the darkest of times, there's some good. And any effort toward achieving something or doing something good is never a wasted effort. But don't waste your efforts on frivolous things. If it doesn't get you today, it'll get you tomorrow. When I was a kid, and I would get in trouble, and I would get a spanking for something I didn't even do. Well, my mom would say, well, you should have gotten it anyway. You probably didn't get caught doing something else. How I would like to be remembered is, and Dr. Fisher would says, and Myra, his wife, says L.M. was such a nice boy. And I didn't mind her calling me a boy, because she was an adult, and he was such a nice, and Dr. Fisher, Coach Fisher, would say the same thing about me. And that was the one thing that he said about me. He didn't say that L.M. was the best athlete or he made the most points or whatever. He commented on my character. Certainly my character is going to be better than what my point average was or my rebounding was. I'll be remembered as a good teammate, but I won't be remembered as the best basketball player at Austin Peay. But I think that if I'm remembered for my character and the kind of person that I wish that I wanted to be, then I think I'd be real satisfied about that.